So Liberia is on the rising. We've sang this song repeatedly. Some of our compatriots seem not to be listening. But we will keep telling them what is all about Liberia forward march. Good afternoon to you, State of the Nation, on Monday, the 20th day of May 2024. Liberia is on the rising. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. I am proud. I'm happy to be back after a long weekend that is in my own context and having a wonderful time. I'd like to welcome all of you on this edition of State of the Nation on Monday. Of course, you're going to take us up to 5 o'clock as usual. And I'm here alone. The rest of the team members are in Nimba County, District number 7, to see history being made. History being made. The commissioning of a bridge that 2 successive presidents, I'm told, have failed to do, even though promised the people over and over the Yah River connecting Nimba, Basso, and that of Bon counties in district number 7 is being commissioned today. And the honoree is Musa Hassan Benite, the man who sponsored the construction of the bridge, is expected to talk to us on State of the Nation. Magdalene is there, Princess Zuzad is there, and I'm here to take you up to. But too many things on our table we've lined up this afternoon on State of the Nation, and I'd like to welcome all of you. It can be anyone other than EcoBank, Liberia Limited, and that of Orange Liberia. So before then, let us acknowledge them so that we can move on with so many things that we have lined up already on this edition of State of the Nation. Let's hear from EcoBank. Have you registered or have you filled in the form of your employees to take their salaries at EcoBank? Then no need to worry. Well, but there are responsibilities attached to it. You can take salary advance at 3% interest rate and you have 30 days to pay back. That means if your employer delays in paying your salary and you have taken an advance already, well, EcoBank has a way of doing the mathematics that you will pay fully. But it is an easy way to de-stress about whether or not salary is coming in time. Listen to Avi.
Hey, Tanu, what happened to you? So,
Julie, I worry. I need to pay McDonald's coffee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish. I get one thing.
but there are no problems there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I tell you, I'm not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank Money Emergency Number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame, you mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean, in a minute. But you, bank that baby.
Auntie, so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp, sharp. For any money emergency, just dial star 326 hash to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
Tanu, what happened to you so?
Worry, I need to pay McDonald's coffee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish and get one thing.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I think you are not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Ask you, have you heard about EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way in 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial star 326 hash and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame, you mean I'll get it see there?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I think so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp, sharp. For any money emergency, just dial star 326 hash to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
Fire prevention, everybody business. Fire prevention, everybody business. My people, like hello. And I know that the fire thing are happening in our country, making many homeless and also causing a loss of lives and property for our people in Mama Labro. With that, the Labro National Fire Service is kind of encouraging us to
Raptor, fast-speed internet, and follow data pack. I have no excuse to not get one Raptor in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 4 days for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Raptor, fast-speed internet, and follow data pack. I have no excuse to not get one Raptor in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 4 days for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer. Starting to today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted?
What else? Yeah, it's a beautiful brand new day. And then I call for WhatsApp, we really got very reply Tuesday. Me that's what think man being with you, that be the taste of grace. See me coming no more, no better than any ace of spades. Me she run around for crystal space, cause they get some weight. But I'm with things. I'm on more pieces to get from with some more than a yak, I'm on thing. Say a song that be a little bit to me, then I my bed.
And you know it's a brand day, I guess not for the Arsenal fans, right? I'm talking about the under 17 female national Lone Star defeating the Senegalese counterparts 2-0. Shortly we go to Nimba County. Now I'm getting in my Zico right now. The last time Arsenal won the Premiership, at the time it was called Barclay Premiership, and I was just 30 years old. I'm now 50. Arsenal, what's going on, man? We go to Nimba County. Magdalene is there. Princess Zuza is there. Liability is there. A whole crew, 1.5 million plus value breach. So let me bring this one down to go to Magdalene. Maggie, good afternoon to you. I see excitement or feel excitement in your tone. Tell me your exact location. Have you guys returned to Sagle Pier now, still at the bridge site?
Yeah. So let me. Hello.
Yes, you're on.
So okay, I'm studying with Cyprian. Yeah. So we're gonna do this together. But we just finished the dedication ceremony. Is just ended, and it was really a colorful program today, and I mean citizens of Nima and other counties. I mean, Nigerians as a whole were very excited. We're very grateful for this contribution to to Liberia, to our society, to yeah.
Yes, so it's good that you have Cyprian there. Cyprian, you are the one on top of this project from the onset. You've been posting the groundbreaking, the first layer construction, the arrival of the prefabricated bridge, and then you are there commissioning it to give us a vivid analysis of what's happening, the people's impression by the commissioning of that bridge actually.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Today marks exactly 1 year, 1 month, 20 days. We broke grounds for the construction of this Yah River Bridge. Many people would have it, even when we were reporting about this development. People felt we were brought here, for propaganda purpose. People felt we were politicians, some us joining it, and everything that, the negatives about, this kind of technologies. But today, here we are, not check, but everything is now history. Which was dedicated today, thanks to the Vice President of the Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Jeremiah Francomo. Thank you, the entire government was here, except for the President. Couple of lawmakers, including the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Speaker J. Bonati Kofa, we saw from the opposition, people from the ruling party, the establishment, the superintendent of this county was also part of the dedication program. So it was so colorful. All we can say is thanks to Representative Musa Benite and his family. And that's why he said today that he will pay tribute complete homage to his wife, who allowed him to spend the family resources on people here. Because this is not government money. This is money from his business. As we speak, the former Associate Justice Kabina Janet just had lunch, and it's about leaving the Palava Hut with all of the dignitaries and the Vice President and Central of State with Representative Military having lunch. It was so colorful. It brought traditional people, the young people, the people of disability is also here with us. She's been smiling all through. It's not easy for somebody to say it was one day.
Yeah, so I before we came on air, I had arranged with Magdalene whether we could lay hands on the honoree himself. I know he paid homage to his wife, Mrs. Bernice Bility. I don't know whether we can talk to Mr. Bility, but simply you've been in and out of it. What is the cost of this bridge? I'm told 1.4, 1.5. You got some numbers that you can share with us?
Okay, the bridge is in different forms. When you talk about the manpower, talk about the equipment, you talk about the bridge itself, the building bridge, the concrete activities. Yes, it's a little over 1 million United States dollars. It's huge money. But it's one thing that I said, the life that has saved, the education that's going to be improved. When you look at the business environment, it's also going to be improved, greatly improved. So the value of money is going to be more than millions. Looking at the line now, going to be. Some people will tell me, yeah, when you say one line, you say a little over time, United States dollars.
Yeah, so let me come to that. Last one, when they were using the ferry, they were using when people were using bees to cross this bridge. What happened them? Taking it away. So I mean, you talk about saving lives, and I mean, the people cannot just stop expecting their job, for their this growing bridge. Yeah. So
Yeah, so I'm told at least two presidents, one William Talbot and the second Samuel Doe, attempted once upon a time at two different periods in our national history. You can hear me now?
yeah.
Two different presidents attempted doing that bridge and it never materialized. And people thought that an individual would not have been able to do it because it was massive and it should have been a national project. How is the honoree himself appearing now? Is he satisfied that he has lived up to the promises made to the people?
It's been over 40 years. It's not something small. Government is a fund government. So for Mr. to have undertaken this project, under the Military Development Foundation, that's commendable. And that's one thing the Vice President said, I think capture it's something that people should, be very envious. I mean, constructively because it just serves where others can do as team, do the team in their district. So that's something that you look and say, but I mean, what kind of but maybe you can want to take some other projects, but may not be what may not work, the amount of money that was spent that rich. But you can do something, in your district because a lot of people in the different say the entire country was represented here. One of the Republicans were here, senators, and representatives as well.
Really? That would have amounted to a quorum, the attendance? I'm asking whether it would have amounted to a quorum with that attendance, whether we could equate it to a quorum. Now, Cyprian, you live with the people, you there are managing Truth FM there. Tell us their own reaction now. Now, the construction has taken place, the commissioning has taken place, the dignitaries are about to leave. What are the locals themselves telling you? So, Cyprian, where is that ferry now? Where is the ferry now? Now that the bridge is commissioned. Okay, all right. Okay, Cyprian. Okay, so yeah, Cyprian, tell me where is the ferry now? Where none of the bridge is. Okay, all right. Magdalene, you got anything to say before we take leave of you? When are you returning to Saah and stuff like that? No, I didn't say that. I said to Saah. I know everything is going to end at Saah. That's why I'm asking. I know everything will end at Saah, the home of Bility and I mean Musa Bility. I was asking whether there is another ceremony there and you guys are leaving the bridge site now. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So can we talk to him? Is he available to talk to him?
see him and just talk to him and see whether I can connect you with him, but we can have one or two words with him. But right now, it's amazing.
Okay.
But just, yeah, I don't know. The contribution from my end, this is a huge contribution to our country. This is not about the people of Saturday, people of Major Sellee, a lot of everybody.
Okay.
And
Thank
this
you.
should serve as an example for everyone, for politicians, right? But other people in the past were capable of doing may not be the thing but something that is beneficial to the citizenry. So it's that's something that should, grab our attention and on when the development. We for 1824 we are behind time. Yet over 40 years have not been able to have a bridge constructed and people have died. And because of that, come on, and we cannot continue to live like that. So ever past from Nigeria, people are still reaches so it's serve as an example.
For my hand, Craig, let me remind you, this is not the only bridge that we have dedicated. Just last week, on Thursday of last week, we dedicated the Children Bridge. And this one, and then we have bridge is a bow. That cost a little over $50,000 United States, including manpower, cost, and everything. This one is our mega project, over $1 million United States, the Agua Bridge. And then we have another one, new construction that is going to be dedicated very soon. But the builder said it's going to be next month. That is the Yansen Bridge. And that bridge connects all Yansen to New Yansen, where representability is from. So when it comes to bridges, major bridges have been built. Two under construction here in Limba County. Also, in this pandemic, the Basic Development Foundation has been able to connect all 48 channels in the with flyable road that you can use the number of vehicles that you have to reach some of our towns here, 48 of them. The building has also been able to give them light, solar light. All 40 of them solar light. You go there in the night, the children that light is steady. So too many good things are happening here. The last night for washing machine, for the Samuel Comprehensive Health Center, they have also encouraged the legislative function to ensure that the budget of the bank, which was at the member 45,000, has gone up to 120,000. 145,000 from 75,000. So many good things are happening. I want to tell you that let's just continue to watch out. But bigger things are going to happen. The builder said he's going to connect neighbor to Bonk County. It's the next project. Neighbor County to Bonk County. That means when you come to something, you no longer have to go to you come to Panama, come to Hawaii, come to Samuel, you just got a bill, just get River Beach, and here you are going to Tapenda. So too many good things are happening. Most of the folk here, the speakers, we all hear him. This is not government money. All of this is the government about budget. Legislating for the country. Using his resources, all these projects like coming from his personal finances from his business. So nothing more you can say. Let me show my YouTube in the Monrovia, please make people grow. It's so fun. It shows that what we do here is not so elevated for the broader society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cyprian, and hats up to you too.
You can also you can watch the video on Real TV. Just go there and see the ceremony, and it is right here. So thank you so much. I'm here with friends, and we are having a wonderful time.
Okay, you guys have a wonderful time. I'm here sitting between twists and turns. Okay, maybe next weekend. Can we say that? All right, let's take this song from Nimba County. You know, the last time in Nimba County, I still remember Samuel Kayando's Post Complex, Nimba versus Lofa County, and it just ended. Well, the rest of the story, you are aware of it. But congratulations to you, Musa Benedict, Representative District 7. So that is what's happening in Nimba County when you put tribal politics aside. No one, and let me bring this one out, just speak a little something about no one chooses which tribal grouping you want to belong to. No one does that. So it is foolhardy. It is high degree of naivety. It is foolish and stupid to think to hold me responsible while I am a Loma man. I don't understand the argument. Now, when this man was going into this race, there's something he said. He said he knows he's from the minority tribe in Nimba. But in his mind, he believes now that tribal politics have subsided in Nimba and he will go into the race and he will win on promises made. Two presidents failed to do that breach. One individual. This individual, if you would have judged him by his tribal alliance, where would that place be today? Where? So you see, congratulations to Musa and his family. For I was into that thing from day one, but certain time I just it was good that Cypri got seconded to Saclepier after we resuscitated Saclepier radio station. Cypri was assigned there or seconded there, and today, you know what is happening in Saclepier. Nimba Yasi. At this time, we're supposed to be playing host to Dr. Chris Ya, having discussed it over the weekend the medical repercussion for exchanging helmet in keeping with police regulations. $3 we also expected Noazau Gibson, We're also expecting, that is, Noah Zhao Gibson. Let me talk to this son of Nimba County, Anthony Myers, born and bred in Saclay. Anthony, good afternoon to you.
No, Chris, I actually calling for something.
Mama, please, please talk something about what happening back home by your classmate, your schoolmate, Johnny Vocal student.
Who is that? Correlability?
Yes, the bridge connecting District 7 and 8, software is hereby commissioned as we speak. And the vice president is in your hometown, Saclay.
That is that what we preach and want to commend the honorable ability for the initiative that he took. Not in his capacity as a government official. He started that in his private capacity, and that is the mark of good citizenship when you contribute to society, give back to society what God has blessed you with. And we also want to thank the vice president for taking time to go particularly for that occasion. That is a convergence around development, irrespective of our orientations. Everybody comes together when development is the focus. In that case, that which is an economic infrastructure because it links the agricultural production area in District 8 with the commercial area in District 7. It's a social infrastructure as well because students getting to schools across both sides of the bridge or people rushing emergency health cases to clinics and hospitals in Secretary. That makes it a social infrastructure. I want to say thanks again to our ability for all those who supported the setting up of the bridge.
Okay, okay, but tell me. Yeah, but you people are avoiding me, so this is another way to get you. Anthony, tell me, you and Mr. Benedict went to school together. Tell me what manner of man was he when you guys move about in Saclay and met on the school campus every morning?
Well, you putting me on the spot.
Yes.
And Mr. Benedict, what I can say to you about him from the 80s when we were all growing up and going to school in Secretary was that he is somebody who didn't look at his background as a barrier for associating with people of all classes and all orientations, and that is no different from what he's doing today. Yes, the political positioning in today's world may differ, we may have differences, but in terms of reaching out to people, affiliating with people or critical issues, this is not surprising to some of us, despite the differences in political sentiments and so forth.
Okay, that's good. And yeah, the other rest we can now talk it off air. Am I correct? All right, thank you very much. Anthony Myers, Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Finance. Coincidentally, he's from Nimba County, and the honoree for today's ceremony in Nimba is actually his schoolmate. I'm making effort now to talk to this young man. I always call him young man. Yeah. Arsenal people, are y'all behaving as if nothing happened yesterday? Y'all are coming for you. Don't I'm coming for you. The last time Arsenal won it was not even it was not even the English Premiership. It was the Barclays Premier League. Eh? That's how it was named. That was the last time Arsenal won it, and I was 30 years old that year. 2000, 2003, 2004. They won 26 out of 30 games, I want to believe. And who cares about that record? 20 years? I'll read how they wanted divine intervention, or I'll read a post from Marco.
Orange informs you that the subscriber you are calling is busy.
Oh, the man is still busy. I think the vice president is still busy. Oh, okay. So this is State of the Nation. Let's take a break to be right back. And congratulations to all of you people, Nimba County. As a matter of fact, we Lofians, we are equally organizing. our lofa at 60 ceremony. And I know, oh, no, I got to take this break. People just keep calling me. I got to take this break. Hello? Hello? Yeah? Rogers? But you, I don't think you call. But yeah, hold on, let me just take you now. You know, the Nima people, when we defeated them at the SKD, they went and started supporting River G against us as if we don't have one common goal. One common goal. Yes, Lofa and Nimba. This love between us is unbreakable. But you people broke it temporarily when we were playing River G in the front. Why? You can be patient. Just wait. We get it into y'all. But why y'all support us against the River G people? So one Nibayan is on the line. Roger Matari. Roger, which part of Nima are you from?
Thank you very much. I'm from Lower Nima.
Mama, please call your place name.
I'm from Kwendi.
Kwendi Mission. When last you ever went there? Since Toba build that infrastructure, you destroy. You don't want to rebuild it.
That's a war, but we didn't take part in any destruction if you went there.
So how are you people raising money to bring back that mission?
Currently, I serve as the Secretary General of the Alumni Association, but we are trying to make frantic effort. What we're doing now is to start, giving some small money to the volunteer teachers on the campus there, but raising money, and you may think, no.
Okay. So tell me your impression about today's ceremony in Saklepi, in District 7. Quickly, 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm really impressed because to admit, I really underestimate Musa Hassan, the honorable representative. Did I know that he has such a very huge development agenda, to boost the development morale of our country. So, I mean, I'm overwhelmed for what he has done, even at work, considering that he'll be collecting bond to Nima. So I said and asked my, what does he want? So these are few questions that if I'm fortunate or senior, I let her ask. But Marty, I could answer the question because I mean to pump your personal cash more than $1 million that alone is self-explanatory. So what I would like to do is that I would just appreciate his wife, the foundation, and whatsoever that is behind me that is encouraging, and there will come a time what would be a invitation to him to visit my home. So that
No, he's not going there. He's not going there. Just leave it. I know your whole plan. I know your whole plan.
No, the thing that is for
You go to your district representative. No, who told you? The man.
Force with industry now, which I hear from. You understand it? So to extend an invitation to you to go to Kwenye, one of the biggest things you have is not, I think it will boost us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And I know
Did I come and raise money for Kwendi at my expense? Thank you. Yeah. Let me talk to my local brother. Hello?
Good afternoon, nephew.
Yes.
Sellee.
Yes. Let's hear you, Chief.
For me, it's not surprising to me. Anyone who sells gas and oil has deep pocket. So it's not strange because once you are into petroleum business, you have a good sum of money. That is an evidence by his asset declaration. So we want to thank Mr. Benedict. I just wanted to ask a few questions. I wanted to know the company that constructed the bridge, and I also wanted to know the duration of the bridge, how many years, and what's the pound, the number of kilo the bridge took. Because mind you know what happened with the two-side bridge in Bonaway. So if you have more pound or more weight over the bridge. So we need to know so that bridge doesn't break down so easily. If people call back siblings to tell us the company and the duration, whether like 25 years or 50 years or 100 years,
All
it's
right.
important that we know
Thank you.
exactly.
Thank you for putting us on our assignment.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
important. But I want to thank Musa. This is a call to all Liberians. You don't have to be a representative. You don't have to be a senator. You see what happened to Iran? Peace be to the actions of the president and the prime minister. Yesterday, this morning, we woke up to a devastating news of the people of Iran. And the president had a devastating helicopter. So we know the president can be Liberia better than Liberians. You understand? So whatever you can do in your way, like my nephew is doing, in the southeast, the western part of Liberia, with a small farm, each one of us can build our country. So Musa is determined, and I know you can't diverge divorce politics from that. Musa is eyeing something bigger in him. That we can't divorce him, we can't play around. He wants to be senator in the future. That is true, so he must do all of those. He doesn't want to repeat it, and I agree with it. I want to see to where you are. And who does not want it? And from Senator Musa will be determined to be the vice president or something. So all of what he's doing, they got some honor to him.
Okay.
And they got some reward. But I want to thank him and his beautiful wife. And one good thing I do, that the wife of Musa is not a Muslim.
She's not Muslim. She's a Christian. She got her own church service on the Truth FM here. Those who are drunk, those who are religiously drunk. If you're not Muslim, you can't marry Muslim. You're not Christian, you can't marry Christian. This, that. Who are you? Why are we limiting God's power, man? Which one you call both prayers are hindered? No. Don't. Hey, look, listen to me. Listen to me. Hello. But is it forced to pray at the same time? My man, go eat your Edo soup, man. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello? Yes, Emmett Forest Bureau, the biggest in Magdalene. Let's hear you quickly. Thank you. Hello, nice. Hello. Yeah. You don't go home. I don't understand about them, my friend. They Pastor David, but why you don't? Your hometown is right on the road there after Winter Park. Yeah, man. Our government, the First Unity Party government, paved the road to pass through your hometown. You don't go there. What much more you want from us? The Ellen Johnson Sellee government. Wait, but I gotta remind you. I saw your hometown around Winter Park. You don't go home. Huh? You don't know my government? The government are serving. What are you? Go ahead and make your point, man. When you're acting and say you don't know the government are serving.
And then you telling me is that what you say?
But I don't. Did I have myself from you? I got sight. I have sight. Oh, then you need a tutorial. Maybe I need to, because throughout the whole thing, I play a major role. Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me tell you. I play a major role in getting your government out of power democratically. I independent journalists. Go to the radio station. What causing people parents? Then you call them independent journalists. Yeah. Please go ahead and make your point. Go ahead and make your point. Go ahead and make your point. I don't know. Yeah. Those are your independent journalists. Me, I'm not independent. Please go ahead. I don't know how many times I'll tell you that one now. Oh, but that you made me to say the one, yeah? But you're not the one. You're not the one. And show me one independent journalist in the country. Show me one. Already independent. If you don't study media science, you don't even know what you're talking, my brother. Just go ahead and praise Musa Benedict.
We already thinking about on Nimba, but we still got some love for our people, and I want to say thanks to people who don't know what Mr. Benedict has done for Nimba County in general. I also know that even the position of the county will get to be except when Mr. Benedict got involved. I mean, we're trying to win the county back to back. Nimba now become,
Okay. All right.
It's difficult, right? I mean, he did that for us. I can recall. But only the role of the bridge, honestly, something I've always appreciated for. And I want to say thank you. Even with the institutions that you are in today, they are always giving space to everyone. I mean, if one person one time I was like, well, how can you be the opposition and you let the party people accuse you of doing this, but you still open your mouth to them? He was like, well, this is the beauty of democracy. That's why we did it. So, yes, we don't know him, all don't know his deeply, but I think it's a nice man. So, thanks for the people of Nimba, and we hope that you will believe in development. So,
thank you.
That's our fault. That's why we believe in
thank you, Chief. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, if the way the Nimba took different trend because yes, anyway, but I'll play this song for Nimba and Lofa County. These two counties created in 1964. They have a bond together. This one is titled "This Love Is Unbreakable."
Touch my heart, being close. You were always there by my side, night and day. You it all.
Hello?
Baby,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Swept away on a wave of ocean.
So, hold on. What you want to say? I'm going to put you on.
And whenever you smile, I can hardly believe that you're mine.
Come on, you little fans, wake up from your slumber. This love is unbreakable. Westlife from the fingertips of DJ Christopher. So you there in Bapalo County. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, how you doing? Hello, Chris.
Let's hear you. What's your name? Medina. I know Medina very well. Is a historic town. I got a root in Medina. There's the Sellee and the Ducle family. They are there. Yes.
The Duke, they are all here. The Fofana, the Saah, they are all here.
Yes. You know, all of them call me the Sellee, the Ducle. All of them can call me uncle. I don't know. I need to come to get that traditional link. Anyway. Yeah.
This the people in the farm. You can get villages with a lot of Yoruba. I'm sure that we can, and get them.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. David Coty say he does not want me. He doesn't like me here. I mean, he doesn't like to hear me say my farm, my farm, my farm. I don't know why hurting that man. I got two different professions. You want a profession? I know what I mean. Yeah, go ahead. You want a profession?
Start to say thank you to him, and I hope this will be a living. Let you continue the good work that's been doing for the people of Jima. And I mean, no one should change your attention for what he's doing.
Please make similar call to your caucus, the county caucus. We are told they abandoned the football team. Doing it just ended. The goalkeeper for Bapolu County met me in Salah yesterday and told me that they were abandoned by the legislative caucus.
Absolutely. You know, so the prophet and all that thing that they are
done. No. From the beginning, they didn't support the team.
Yeah.
Only because they're not election year.
Which is very ugly, you know. So they can sell the point, so I mean, it will be fun for them for the next time.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Together we are strong. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Dr. Benjamin Way. You know, the radio is silent a few times since our friend and brother collapsed. I'm talking about DJ Lomé. The United Party people, have you reached out to this man? Let me greet you out there, the superintendent of Bapolu County. I'm talking about Sam Kamal-Zina, a former United States police cop, now superintendent for Bapolu County. Good afternoon to you. How come that you take over? You didn't invite me, my friend. How? Hey, man. Okay, so unfortunately, Dr. Chris Nya cannot be here with us since we already 40 minutes into the time. But Dr. Benjamin Way has arrived, and while the television crew is processing his appearance, this is the state of the nation. My name is Chris, and I'm here giving you all the pieces of information. I got something, and I'm almost done. It's all about the blue carbon situation. The blue carbon situation. Um, I have. Let me leave it. Let me leave it for now. I make it. I make contact with the land authority. I make contact with the uh, the environmental protection agency. This one, anyway. But I like to commend the government of Liberia, the public works minister. At least those beasts calling themselves trucks hauling iron ore, they are grounded, and the road is quiet. You can move safely, 50 miles per hour as per police regulation. The Western Cluster beasts are all grounded as we speak. They can move. They can move. How dare you tell somebody you make more money? The more trips you make, the more money you make. And then a 40-ton truck, a 10 tire, 12 tire truck is overtaking a 3 tire keke and blowing, honking noisily behind the. How many times we didn't see this thing? But the government has listened. You see, Liberia situation. One justice minister told me that she was a lady. I will not name. Okay, now Zawi is here. I will not. Yes, we're taking Dr. Way at 4. One justice minister told me, a female, that Liberia problem done when anything gets on you, just sustain yourself for 3 weeks. It was those who were jumping here. You see the police regulation. It has settled in. It has settled in. Oh, trust me, it has settled in. Let me take this break to be right back. This is 2020, the midterm election. Where is that? Huh? Okay. All right. Yeah. Now the Bapalu former superintendent, man, who is replaced by Sam Zena, he's giving directive to the paramount chief, open the border, let our brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone come and vote for. He said, let them come and vote. Oh, exercise their franchise. He said, let them come and vote for Africa. That is the superintendent. That man, I've never seen a careless public servant like this man. Anyway, and the paramount chief is just like, this story is in normal data in Bapalo County. Henry Bolma, you listening? You will receive your pay only if the people come to vote for Africa. Africa himself is now a former lawmaker in Bapolu County, having lost the election. But it's good to be back. This is State of the Nation. We'd like to just go back into history. That was 2020 midterm. It's going to 4 years now. December this year, going to make it 4 years. And then the man who was very into the taking things on that to ensure that Boto Kenneth, Representative Boto Kenneth's vote is protected. Same case, who himself contested but conceded so early, and then decided to join Senator Kenneth to protect the vote, is now the superintendent of Bapolu County. So you see what politics does? Sometimes, yeah, I was just saying something to myself today, and then boom, I put it on Facebook, right? People who insulted us 2017 when we canvassed for this man who they call Your Excellency today, they are the ones behaving as they owe loyalty, the whole loyalty to this president. They are the ones. You understand? So I said, okay, let's test our loyalty. Let the president say, yeah, today you are dismissed. Let's see whether you're going to hold our loyalty. Then I know heaven is going to break loose. And then every other thing talking in the secret, in closet, will come out. That is the kind of politicians we have. And I've stood tall and stand by myself and say, my loyalty is deep down in traditional link. It is not based on whether I get a job or not. Unlike them. Let me not talk some. Anyway, I've expressed myself on my Facebook page. Yeah, I was the Deputy Director General, Deputy Managing Director of the National Transit Authority of the Republic of Liberia, Noel Zao Gibson. Good afternoon to you, my brother. How are you?
Good afternoon.
You good, man?
Yeah.
This is my second time seeing you, but your first time appearing since you were preferred. I paid you a courtesy visit at your office just 3 days after taking over. And yes, now I see the NTA buses in the streets, even though you guys are between twists and turns. But in the first place, tell me the status of the National Transit Authority.
Well, thank you very much. I hope that I'm being heard very clear.
You're being heard. You're on live, online, and on air.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, Truth FM is a station that contributed to where I am today. And I think I need to acknowledge this. If anyone had not acknowledged this, let me be the one to do so. I started my political sojourn right here on a True Breakfast show during those days when Ibrahim Daramin was here, then later on Patrick Horner and Smith Toby took over when they left. Mamadi Diakite, the late now, and Solomon Way left. Then from there, Ibrahim Gossin William, took over with Solomon Way when Mamadi left. So True FN is a station that I owe appreciation to. I think I must always acknowledge this. And I also want to say I owe it to you too, because during those days, whilst your view, you were very excellent, professional, and as you are, and you still maintain
that professional. Huh?
No, you still maintain that.
I thought you coming to put our pastor.
No. You still maintain that. I cannot be that unfair to you.
Yeah. Okay.
You were very professional, even though you still maintain that. In fact, you are even more than what you were at the time.
Thank you.
I remember the famous letter of apology that you instructed Alfred Topado write for making certain comment on the station that was not pleasant to the public.
For calling twice against the rule.
And he did that. He did write the letter, and you read the letter on the show before Alfred Topado ban was lifted. And even sometimes I, your own man, when I call, I want to go certain way, you say, no, my man, don't go that south. Don't go that south.
Yes, fast forward.
So I appreciate True FM, but as it relates to where did we meet the NTA and the current startup where we intend to take it, we met the NTA in complete state of despondence or state of hopelessness. I would say the NTA was 99% zero where we met it. We were appointed, when I say we, the managing director proper, including me, the deputy for operation, and my fellow deputy, the deputy for administration, Toga Melvin Sivas, the youth chair of our dynamic party. We both were appointed on February 20th by His Excellency, which I appreciate very much. Now, we started working unofficially when we got that appointment, because our position doesn't require confirmation. NTA, the SOE, like the National Port Authority and the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, the LPRC. So these are our SOEs. They do not require confirmation. So when we were appointed on the 20th of February, we started working the next day, the 21st, unofficially, preparing for official takeover. We met the yard, very bushy. The grass will stop you above your knee. If the possibility even existed, I believe hunters would have even killed groundhog or in that yard. And we met a very big cabbage site. Apparently, the entire community were using that place for a dump site. This is what happens when you have a leadership in charge that is not proactive. So, and then officially on March 1st, we held the turning over ceremony where we took over with our predecessor being absent. They weren't available to turn over to us officially. But what we met as it relates to the financial status of the entity, we inherited $41 in the account with
41
$41, I mean, full one. That's what we inherited.
You guys,
with 113,000 LD. And from the record that I saw on my desk as the operation manager who responsible to run the day-to-day affairs of the place, they inherited $200,000 in 2018 from the Tanu Jeke administration from the Manasari region. And when they were leaving, that $200,000 is what they depleted to $41. And then they inherited 15 million LD from the Tanu Jeke administration, and is what they depleted to 113,000 LD. They inherited 27 active buses from the UP region, but unfortunately, they left 5. The 5 they left, they got 39 more 1 year after, which was in 2019, including on the 27 with 60, cabinet to 66 buses entirely. When they were departing, they left 5 partially active, and then 61 were, I mean, not accounted for. Out of the 61 that were not seen, we met 30 down that need major repairs, and the 5, we worked on the 5 to make them pliable and to maintain them so NTA route can close completely in the country. So, I mean, we met the tank, the fuel tank that were storing the fuel for the buses, completely destroyed. And they met thousands of gallons of fuel in a tank, I'm told. They used it for their personal vehicle while they were there, and then they left it undone. And we met.
How many gallons did you meet there?
It
was an empty tank.
No, that was an empty tank. They met thousands of gallons of fuel there in 2018 from the Tanu Jeke administration, but they left nothing. And they didn't just leave nothing there, but they left the tank destroyed. The tank was not even useful to store fuel. So
all those guys working over there. Maybe let me ask some. Maybe
let me just land. Then I will take you to where we are currently and what have we.
I just want to ask whether they were all Liberians.
Yeah, they were all Liberians.
Because what I saw, I'm not standing on what you gave, but what I saw, a Liberian cannot treat a Liberian government agency like that.
Yes,
I don't know how you guys are managing over there.
Yeah, that's why I come in to tell the public how are we managing and how we are solving the problem. We already we progressing gradually. So, like I said to you, we they had two 40-foot containers filled with spare parts for those buses. They left the spare parts for those buses, 40-foot container, and sold them and had them sold. And 6 32-seater buses were there to commute the NTA workers to work on base before they get dispatched. Those buses were sold. In fact, just the other day, the MD and myself were going somewhere. Just last week, we met one of those buses that were sold on traffic by the person that bought it from them. So if I were to sit here and tell you all of the damages that we encounter over there, we wouldn't move from here today. But I can tell our people there are hopes. Now, let me tell you what we have done. The 5 buses that we met in a condition that was not totally upright, we managed to repair those 5 buses. The proceeds from those 5 buses, we've been able to do a lot. What did we do? Number 1, we met 2 sets of contractors that they were indebted to, that they could not settle. The first set of contractors we met were about 7 persons. What did we do? We calculated the sum total of their salaries. It amounted to 988,000 plus. We were able to settle that 100%. So we cleared the first 7 contractors, the first set of contractors. Then we proceeded with the second set of contractors, 14 persons. Their salaries amounted to 2 million plus Liberian dollar. We also cleared them 100%. So in totality, we cleared the entire 21 contractors that they were owing for several months, some of them 8 months, 9 months, some of them almost a year. And we settled everything. And we told them to sit down. When things improve, we will record them to work, because you cannot keep them there and you not have the money to maintain them. That is against their right. Then another thing we did, we were able to meet a vendor through the instrumentality of the current minister, commerce minister, Amin Munda, who was able to link up with a vendor to help us with a 25 kVA generator that we were paying like $9,000 for. We took that generator, we paid $3,000 against it already for the same 5 buses revenue we generated to restore power, because when we got there, there was nothing like even Chinese light before you were talking about power. People were going out, photocopying government documents, for what of you. So what we did, we were able to get our generator to stabilize electricity, and we are paid the first $3,000 against the $9,000 from the same 5 buses revenue generation. Then we didn't also stop there. We met the mechanics. They had no tools. Even the spanner. Anyone who listening that who is a mechanic will know what a spanner is what you use to.
Yeah, just go ahead, Chief. So I think everybody should know what is spanner.
Yeah, so we met them. Not even a spanner were there. All of the same 5 buses revenue that comes in, we were able to purchase the entire tools that the mechanic need to be functional. We just supply that tools and also their safety gear, including their suits that they need. Today, I just posted it on my page. I took photo with them in all of my suits. If you go on my page, you will see them right now.
You said the photo said this was the first time since 2017,
yes,
18?
Yes.
That they gathered together like that?
Yes, since 2017, it was the first time they got attire like that, as you see them right now. Standing in their midst. So we bought their safety gear, their rain boots, their raincoats, their jackets, their suit, everything you think about that they need as a mechanic. We done that within the same 5 buses that we operating with, where the revenue are coming in. And we also did not stop there. What we managed to do, we were able to procure 1,000 gallons of fuel every 2 weeks for the tank. In fact, we cleaned the tank, we calibrated the entire tank. Anyone who knows what it means to calibrate, you will know what we're talking about. We calibrated the entire tank, making it ready in total readiness to store the fuel. So every 2 weeks, we purchase like 1,000 gallons of fuel to get the buses running. Because what they used to do, some of the things that destroy the buses, they used to underfuel the buses. And when you underfuel the bus, it put pressure on the pump and create nozzles problem. When it takes in air, you have a massive breakdown. And as soon as it breaks down, what they do, as we can say in Liberia, D-hole, cover hole. They will go, if the other bus breaks down, for minor thing, they break lining, they will go and pack it and start to scrap it. Take the tires from on it, put it on the other bus, and that one that they're taking the tire from the high will remain. It remained just as they did it, and we met them there. We got almost 28 to 29 of them packed there like that.
Okay, so from the look of things, I mean, you took something. We have time here.
I just want to conclude.
We have another guest waiting.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to conclude for the public to hear this. We secured almost $300,000 US in the budget to purchase spare parts from India, from Tata's company, that will be on the way very soon to get the first 15 of those buses back on the road. And then later we will get 14 back on the road. But because of the motorcycle regulation are on, we managed to put at the 3 first on the route right now that you spoke about to at least help, even though that is just a drop. So we intend to do more. But I can tell you in the coming days, by the time we hit June, the Liberian people can assure that NTA will be back on the road. And while we start arranging to get brand new buses entirely on, very soon. But I'm just sorry the time is not there, but I would have told you what we intend to do about the new administrative building that we are about to construct.
So you got 3 minutes to do that.
Okay, so the new administrative building that we intend to construct, that project will begin very soon. I carry on the details. We secure some money in the budget already for that. It's going to be the first of its kind in the 45 years history of NTA to have a modern structure of such, because currently our offices are in a garage. We are outside. You went there, I took you there, you saw the place. We do not have an office. I don't think any government entity was as highly hit as the NTA was hit. So these are things that we are doing. And then people there in the community inciting our partisans, telling them to, that, oh, you say you were able to fix it. Yeah, we did say we were able to fix it. And we're not giving excuses. We will fix it. We are fixing it. But while we're fixing it, give a chance, and you spoil it, you damage it. It's going to take time. And I can tell you, we will get there. NTA will be modernized and will be better than any other time it has ever existed. I can tell you, when I leave from over there as the operation manager, the Liberian people who doubted my ability based on my physical condition as visually impaired person, they will know that. I think what matters is the brain. It doesn't matter about the physical side. The real side there is your head, your mindset. The people who damaged that place like that, they were not blind. They could see. I believe some of them could even see more than ego. But where were they aside, that place got dilapidated and completely damaged in shambles as they left it. So nobody should make any unorthodox comment here against the president appointment. Who are you to judge the president appointment? Do you know why it took the president
to leave that? Yeah, leave that. Don't mind those people.
Sometimes you deal with them.
Don't mind those people. Yes, but you have to come back if you want to deal with them. But let's talk NTA stuff. We're supposed to be ending by 10 minutes after 4. It's already 4 minutes after 4 because we got Dr. Way already in the studio. So I see a good working relation with your MD.
Oh yes, in fact, the president.
I noticed that.
The president did not make a mistake to send him there. This is a man.
What is his full name?
He's Edmund Fall. He's Edmund Fall, and this is a man who understands the running of that place. In fact, he was there as the rigs and compliance manager when they started breaking the place down. When he spoke about it, what did they do? Because he was a unity partisan, they assigned him to Grand G there. So when he went to tell them he was ready to take the assignment for Grand G there, they fired him. And as I speak to you, they cut his salary down from $2,500 to $500. This is a man that got 2 masters and working on a 10 master, and they treated him like that. Okay. Now he returned as the managing director proper.
Thank you. So when government takes over another government, those being preferred by the new president, they're appointed, they're taking seat, like in your case. And you saw the condition, the physical condition of the place. Others were called in the GSC immediately for an audit. And and the public is aware that there was a fire incident in that place, which was very mysterious. You people inherited it. What have you people done in terms of making the past administration to account for their stewardship at the national carrier?
Right now, as I speak to you, audit is ongoing right now by the GSC. as I speak to you. We
Those
are
who are
we
in
are
charge, are they cooperating?
we are doing. They got no option. They have to cooperate, and we want to ensure that they cooperate. They are cooperating, but the auditors are not to us that they are meeting any resistance from them as yet. So we are waiting for that. As long as that complaint comes, that they meeting resistance, we're going to ensure that they cooperate. They will. They got no option. The audit is going on as I speak to you. I mean, look, this country we have to change. I can guarantee you. We will transform NTA. Look, I'll have to come back for a part 2 of this interview to drill the public.
This time around, it's not political 2x2. This one is pure administration now.
No, but everything I told you here is administrative.
That was it. I said, go and come back.
It's happening under my stewardship as the operation manager. Listen, I run the day-to-day of that place. The 24-hour running of that place is within my purview. This is the reason why, even as I said here in the studio, anything happens there right now, but the first point of contact, I'm the one. Any of those bosses break down right now across the country, I will be the first person to be contacted, and indeed, I will respond. Despite the limited capacity that I have, we're working on down to get a better capacity. So we are not.
So there's one of your bosses. I told you about it. That's 3 months ago. One of your bosses is at Zone 6, Broadview Town Hall. It was evolving into a motor accident.
Yeah, we're concluding that.
And then it is still there. And I don't know why are you people reneging on.
No, we're not reneging. What happened is that it's in court. So I think the ruling is supposed to be coming soon. We're waiting for the ruling because who knows when the ruling comes. If we win the case, the particular institution that is responsible will pay for the bus. So, I mean, we cannot tamper with it now that the court process is adjudicated. But mind you now, there are several of them that they left that were languishing in the streets across the country. We managed to retrieve all of them and brought them back in the yard. The other one, the other day, I just told my team, I ordered them, and then they went in Bond County, the SKT police station. They brought it back. The other one was also in Kanta. It was there for years. They also brought that one back on base. The only reason why that one is over there because the matter is in court. That's all.
Okay, this is State of the Nation. Brief encounter with Noah Zhao Gibson, Deputy Managing Director at the National Transit Authority. That's for operation at the NTA. So quickly, in 3 minutes, let's wrap up this one. You are a stakeholder when it comes to this police regulation. Obviously, transportation issue will arise as the police pushes its own regulation about motorcycling. Obviously, you know that people have been used to commuting to town mostly on motorcycle, and by stopping them or giving them additional responsibility as motorcyclists, it would have created a transport problem, commuting problem. What role is the NTA playing to ensure that Liberians or commuters don't keep standing on the road waiting for a vehicle that will never come?
I just told you, first of all, I apologize to the commuters for the constraint they're going through, but I can assure them that hopes are on the way very soon. We expecting the spare parts to arrive from Tata. Tata is the company that donated those buses by the way of grant during the reign of President George Weah. So since they broke down for the past 2 to 3 years plus, they've been there unable to be fixed. So what we did, we ordered the spare parts. So when the spare parts come, we will put the first 15 on the road by next month. And then we will again send for another spare parts to put the second 14 on the road. I mean, to put 14 more on the road while we try to get new ones coming, because you first have to maintain the ones that were given you. You first have to maintain it. This is other country taxpayer money that they gave you. You cannot misuse it in a formal manner. So look, Chris, I can tell you my passion for this country is too heavy. I went over there to serve. I didn't go there if it were on the basis of salary, Chris Sellee. But now I ordered that place because since we've been there, I'm just about to take my first salary this month. I can tell you that, and I still ride probably.
Yeah, maybe everything coming. Everything will come together. 3 months.
Probably I'm the only government official that still ride motorbike around here. My motorbike parking out there. I still don't have a vehicle, so we are sacrificing. And I can tell you, it will get better. And I can guarantee you, this is my very first government job ever. So I'm not going to joke with it. This has a clear roadmap as it relates to who I want to be in the future. Is the beginning. And I'm not going to joke with it. This is why I'm doing everything striving towards success. And I can guarantee the Liberian people, when I leave that place, it will be recorded in the history of Liberia that yes, this guy left a legacy. And my next target will be the legislature, which of course I've always said this. That is 2029.
Okay, Noah Zhao Gibson obviously is an intellectual. We have to arrange this one. So we are. But one question last. You just mentioned you identify a bus that was owned by the NTA but sold allegedly by the former administration. Why didn't you seize the bus?
No, you could not seize the bus because you needed to get the detailed information
or alert the GSA.
Yeah, I think this is what we need to do, and I can guarantee you we're working on that. But you could not go right away and seize the bus when you did not get all of the detail, all of the necessary information. But when we got there, we launched an internal investigation, and we were told that those 632 seater buses were sold. And the MD who was there at the time before he got fired, he recognized one of them. So it was glaring that it was one of the buses. We're not making story. Look, a lot of nasty things went on over there. I can tell the Liberian people, if we start to uncover most of what I went on over there, you never want to see that particular those particular group of people that led that place. And I think they got to account for it. This is why I want to urge the president of Liberia to ensure that the economic crime code that he has signed, it must be effective. It shouldn't just, but I know it will be effective with the backing of the international community. It has to be effective. Let people account for their stewardship. Even it can be the Noah's House giving that sits behind a microphone. When I leave from over there, I must be able to account to Liberian people. How did I serve that place? How did I lead that place? How did I run that place? How did I operate that place? It got to be done that way. If we keep doing such a thing, people now, when they give them authority next time, they will know that they will be answerable. You look at the place. You went there, see the place. See, that place does not even resemble a place that government official or leadership was heading.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get into your privacy, but a salary of a deputy managing director is around what, $1,000 United States, of 10,000. I just got a text message that your predecessor is allegedly building massive structure which does not commensurate with salaries. I don't know how true is that.
Well, Chris, this is the reason why we got to do a part 2 of this. Look, let me tell you, one of the reasons that made us up to now, we haven't taken pay until we're about to take our first salary. When the guy got there, they felt very disappointed with the salary structure they saw, taking into consideration as managing director and the 2 deputies making a kind of very low salary. They didn't know that NTA is not an area of money making. It's a place to provide service for the public. So what they did, they took the salary from under the CSA and raised their salary. The managing director raised the salary to $8,000 while the 2 deputies raised their salary to $6,000 plus $. And they were paying themselves from in-house.
Not the government pay system.
No, not for the government pay system. They were paying themselves from in-house. They took their name from on the payroll. So as a result of that, they could no longer maintain such salary structure. All the bosses broke down. Revenue was not coming in as they were huge. They put it in. At the end, that's how the play collapsed.
Anyway, I think we can do another one. I'll call you. That is after when I shall sign off. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this is the reason why we are yet to take pay, because we got to still lobby with the CSA. We got to still lobby with the CSA to get our name back on the payroll. And it takes time. That is what been delaying. But
I know the employees' morale is hard now, right?
Oh no, Chris.
You tell me here, I will drive there independently and find out from there. You know I can do that.
Chris, what you do? Don't even let me know you're coming there. In fact, when you're doing it, do not call me. Go behind me and ask the mechanic. If you were to have election today in the garage, the mechanic will tell you, say, they want me to remain over there perpetually, which is not possible.
No, Zhao Gibson, Deputy Managing Director, National Transit Authority. He's the deputy for operation. We have to rearrange his interview. And we take a break and process in Dr. Benjamin Wai.
Saah Gibson.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Words of wisdom have to be answered. A better word have to be built. Listen to the voice of wisdom. Now is the time to unchain the minds. Now is the time to unchain the hearts. Images of a new being, images of a new society should be made. Heaven, the voice of wisdom. Racial hatred must cease. Tribal hang-ups must end. Killing machines must end. Families must go.
Relationship?
I don't know who
You
you're
guys, how you doing?
Okay, let's go to be here again.
Okay, that's wonderful. We should have had this one last week, but you had to travel to Nigeria, organized by teachers there. So we are here today on State of the Nation. A couple of things. The WISE is in progress. Um, the principal, the association, high school owners. So we're going to be talking a little bit about some of those things that you need to know in the educational sector. Did I see your name on the list as appointed person to the what? How do you call it?
The National Educational Advisory
National
Board.
Education Board. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is the term of reference of that board?
Well, the last time I checked the Education Act of 2011, that establishes the National Education Advisory Board,
Mhm.
is specifically to provide guidance to the country. The Minister of Education sits as chair, and several institutions serve as members of that board. So specifically, what people don't understand is that I'm on that board as the representative of the National Principal Association. So because I'm president, so the act provides that where one exists, the leader of the principal association, where one exists, the leader of the teacher association, where one exists, the leader of the national PTA, and several other prominent individuals. Our specific role is to provide stakeholder guidance to the ministry on policy issues, interventions that are being proposed to be implemented within the sector, so that it becomes both bottom top and top bottom stuff, and not just people sit at a ministry to carve what they think is supposed to be done at the various educational levels. So it plays the role of any board making decisions that should better impact the larger majority of the population.
Okay, that's good. So what was the trip about Nigeria?
Well, specifically, as the best teacher in Liberia, USAID standard, I was invited by uh, the organization that organized the Teach and Win competition in Nigeria. It was the first of its kind in Nigeria to have a reality show for over 1 month intended to come up with the best teacher in Nigeria. And that process, I was selected as a judge 1 month ago. I've been following online, making decisions online, videos, conferences, and let me let you to know that there were over 900 candidates who initially applied or became contestant in the Teach and Win reality show. It was reduced to 20 contestants who were summoned in-house. If you are any follower of any of the reality shows, if you follow Big Brother Nigeria and the rest of the Big Brother stuff, I am not too much of a follower of it, but I've witnessed it 1 or 2 times. This one is specifically about education, and the intuition from the organizers was that a lot of Nigerians, in fact, a lot of Africans, if you put your the phone on about those who know about this Big Brother stuff, they see that it has a lot and lot of followers, and these movies are not friendly, age appropriate for certain group of children in terms of the promiscuity, the nudity, that is associated with those movies. So they are not age appropriate. Now, we sat back in education and realized what are the alternatives for children who will want to view reality movies, see how people perform in reality TV shows. What are the alternatives besides the Big Brother Nigeria? And so they came up with this Teach and Win competition intended to bring teachers together in their house to see how a teacher can be judged on the whole, from a holistic point, social, emotional, intellectual, or quotient, emotional quotient, and all of that. And so over the last 1 month, I have been on the panel of 7 judges from prominent from Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and Liberia, representing Liberia as the best teacher, to select the best teacher in Nigeria. And may I say this? There is this trend coming up across the world that when people used to say teachers' reward are in heaven, I think the rewards of teachers are moving to the earth now. I must admit, and because there are several innovations that are being popped up in countries across the world to recognize teachers, and I hope that Liberia, that initiated this, I think 2 years ago, I hope the new government will continue the teachers, the National Teachers Award, and bring on board some of the new innovations. There are some places where we don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are countries. Nigeria just did theirs, and what they added to it is the issue of the reality kind of move stuff. It's not like you come and just perform and show that you can teach. No, that aspect is there and is Josh, but there are other aspects, how you interact with people, how even you accept results when you are being decided that you're not moving to the next stage. So there were a lot and lots of stuff. The winner walked away with 2.5 million
Naira.
naira and a plot of land, and the second winner 1.5 million, and then a plot of land, and so forth. And I think Liberia initiated that with a very big mark on, like, yeah, bigger than Nigeria. But I think what we need to do now is to reevaluate the criteria that we set. In Nigeria, I didn't see anything like you have to have a certificate in teaching and all of that. It was open. It's a competition, and that competition covers a whole lot. Yeah, like I was talking about, intellectual quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient. So it covers a whole lot, and one could come to that competition and win the competition. There are people who it was in that competition. I really realized that teaching is actually a calling and not a profession. You
Mm.
know, and I begin to really think about that. I said it as a judge, but then I went back home and then started to recollect. For me personally, I didn't want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a medical doctor. And if you were to open the line to ask every sound teacher, every renowned teacher today, you ask them whether they, when they were growing up, they ever wanted to be teachers. No. A lot of them will tell you no, they didn't want to be teacher. That's what make teaching seems to be a calling,
because when it is a calling, it's like you didn't want it, but you are called to it, maybe by some divine kind of connection. If it's a profession, then of course you have a choice to say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a pilot and so forth. But teaching, not many people really wanted to be a teacher. And so you could see the innovation, you could see the creativity, you could see the thinking outside of the box. And throughout the competition, what I was able to see, you see, it expanded my horizon so much that look, teaching is more or less taking students from the known to the unknown. And so, how are teachers being able to create that link between what they are teaching in the classroom and the reality, and it was an amazing experience coming, dropping people and people moving to the next stage and so forth. These are reality shows that I really think, and for me, I don't really think it should be left with government alone to do that. I think those of us in the private sector can be able to initiate that. The only thing about Liberia is the issue of sponsorship. You come up with this brilliant initiative where you like there you have investment companies like the land was given by people who are into real estate, wanting to sell, to market the real estate. Some of the gifts were given by people who are into book sales, schools, and all of that. So these things are usually they will be more effective if they are done outside of the government bars, where it is usually politicized, that they wanted to take their own persons and all of that. The institution that did what they did, the criteria were all set, the judges were all determined, the calculations were all done online. I mean, the judges decided online voting and all of that. Once it is done that way, we take away the political flavor. We're going to get some of the best Liberians. And one of the suggestions last day that I made there was we look forward to maybe 2 or 3 years from now where Teach and Win will be conducted in Liberia. The finalists from Nigeria, the finalists from Liberia, the finalists from Sierra Leone will now go for the West African Teach and Win competition in a reality show kind of stuff. And let's see who comes
Where is
out.
that coming up?
The proposal is within the next 3 years. So we are going to be initiating the first edition of Teach and Win competition from the private sector perspective, hopefully next academic year, to have the
Okay,
Liberian.
that's good. Good. So let's come back home. Whilst the annual administration of a public test is ongoing under the auspices of the West African Examination Council, Monrovia office, over 20,000 seniors sitting, writing the exams. What are the prospects? Have we learned any lesson from the last couple of years and try to adapt it to this one? Do we expect a massive failure or what?
So you see, Chris, in my little short life, I recognize that transitional years that have transitioned from one government to another, is very critical when it comes to determining how far our educational system are gone. Because most time our educational system, it tend to be described by politicians the way they want to win, the way they see it, and the way they want to criticize the other person, the way the other person want to criticize the other person. So they don't tend to bring out the reality about how much scientifically the country has grown. But you could see transition in 2011. You could see how worse WIEC was from 2006 to 2011. You could see what the results, the trend, it was a little bit improving. You could never say that 2006 and 7 were better than 2011. The only thing I can tell anybody is that if anyone says that those are all who went to school in 2006, 2005, 2004 were better than the children who go into school today, I would differ with you on that. Because let's take the University of Liberia entrance, for example. I know the University of Liberia entrance those days. When you take that entrance, you must know someone must know their person. And passing the UL entrance was really not based on merit. Over the time, there have been systems put in place, especially during the Madam Sellee era and then inherited by Jeffrey, that passing the UL entrance now was more or less about going through the system. You take the test, there's a color point. I am not saying that there may be 100% not people getting through, but
I know you were entering between the period I'm talking about, especially after the Civil War and moving forward. It was more or less who knows who. I saw my father, who was working at the Universal Library, being embarrassed with people standing all in front of our door because he was just a secretary, not even related, connected to the office of admission. But people said because he worked at the Universal Library, he needed to help them. And I will see my father collect names from relatives and all of that, go to Madam Abdullah's house and start begging. So I saw as a child, I saw how people really enroll at the Universal Library, not being married. But that is not the case entirely now. So there are several points of growth and transition in our educational system when it comes to WIAT. 2011, 2017, there was growth, the trend went up. And then we saw that Honor Joria, and you see, education is almost like a ladder, Chris. You don't build it except the foundation is not correct. You don't build it and it crack down. That's why we will not rely on the politician's judgment to say that this test we expect whether it's going to have a phase down effect. But what I can say here now, Chris, about this year's why is the involvement of the stakeholders. For example, the National Principal Association was giving some 389 slots to proctor the exam in terms of proctoring. When I say proctor, those that man the exam. Now, Chris, the one of the embarrassing situations when it comes to why are those people who go to man the exam. They are the one who allows the flexibility. They are the one who collect the money from the students, say they collecting offerings. They are the one, and Chris, do you know that even as we started, even though the principal association is involved, even though my signature is on almost 450 assignment letters, some of those instances are popping up in some schools.
Yeah, I know that. I got a call that something was taking place at the BBIU. I got a call. I don't know if
Go to the students and tell them collect this, and bully the students who may not be able to afford. And let me say this to you: the reports are all popping up into our various messages. And this time, what makes it right is that Wyatt didn't do it all by herself to do a recruitment to say, oh, okay, let's take these people from the school, let the school send these proctors. No. The 450 proctors that we send that carries our signature are assigned to those schools. If by any means there were issues coming from those schools, Chris, one of the problems Wyatt had is who served as witness if there was a prosecution of these people. Because their schools will not want to. If you are a teacher in Chris Sellee school and you are involved in something, Chris Sellee as proprietor will not want his school name to be all in the media and so forth. So you will decline for serving as witness. Then that has been the case. In this case, you did not go to represent your school alone. You went under the ambience of the principal association, and I can say this to those proctors under the sound of our voices. Look, we will go to any length, any one of you involved in this issue. Chris, this has led to what we call this massive collusion. Collusion is, Chris, when you tell the student, for example, list the counties of Liberia and its capital cities. Collusion is now when all the students start with Moserado County, Bensonville, Grand Bass, Buchanan. It's not about them naming in order. If all of them name in order and is correct, it's not. The essence of giving tests to children is to answer it correctly. If it's correct, it's correct. But when someone says the capital city of Nimba is Ganta, and then everybody in a particular room or an entire school usually sitting together says the capital city of Nimba is Ganta, it's collusion. And how does these things happen? Proctors, maybe after collecting their offering from the students, allow people from outside to infiltrate with papers that get to these students. And these students who perhaps with the poor mentorship in paraphrasing and thinking for themselves, sit and just write exactly what they see. And so collusion has been Liberia's biggest form of examination malpractice that we shamefully, for those of us who sit on council, we shamefully bend our head every year that is not improving. Every year, the percentage of schools that colluded goes up. And it was surprising to know that, I don't know why, well, a school
that calls himself a school. The children go to school for 16 years, for God's sake. And you are so worried about them passing an exam. To some extent, the percentage for passing in WAEC, to some extent, is as low as 40, depending on the standard deviation also. Are you saying the children that we prepared for those number of years, went to school, cannot afford to score 40 or even sometimes lesser in some exam? I'm not an expert in that, but I listen to some examiners also. In some instances, the passing ratio comes below 40. So then what are we producing? Why are we calling them graduates? I mean, there should be
but you speak like you're concerned and you got solution. Man, for God's sake, you are the president of the principal association, right?
Yes, I agree with you.
The first thing you meet, you don't strategize, no policy.
Look, the issue about policies, look, Chris, a lot of policies in this country, the issue is about execution. The issue is about prosecution. Look, and I'm saying this to WAEC this time around. Many days they just call the names of the schools. These schools are involved into collusion. This one into collusion, they hold the children result. What about the proctors that were assigned to those schools that facilitate the collusion? Collecting the money from the students and like, look, if this student went to the test hall this year and they were able to use their brains and their minds and come up with results, next year the story will change. But what has happened is this perpetual attitude that they will be assisted. So what happens? Visit some of the halls, you'll see the students sleeping on the test. At a particular point of the test, you'll see them sleeping, not attempting, not even doing questions that they know that they should know how to do, or even reading instruction, but sleeping. Why? Because they are waiting for a particular time that they know the answers will come. Why? Because they have collected something
no individual effort. Just wait. Effort. The people will soon be coming.
Because they have been initiated. If you are a proctor, you went to the school in the morning and say, everybody 150 or 200 for light to come in the hall. The students know that light will come in the hall. So there will be
how they call it light?
I mean, Chris, that's not like we all saw that thing in
no, but with different names.
Yeah, with different names. I had a situation where I was president for my class in the school, and I knew that we really suffer as a, for instance, when we went to take our test. I will not call my school name. We suffer ourselves and pass our exam. Our sponsor can tell you about the money we collected that ain't used for us to pass. I say you better start joking. You better start joking.
No, call it school name.
Okay, I'll call it school name. William Booth. William Booth. We went to our exam. Of course, we did collect flexibility fees. I mean, it was collected that year, 2005. We did collect flexibility fees. But I can say it was not used. We went to St. Francis that year. We sat in our hall, worked our brains out. The whole environment was closed. And we got through it and waited for results. Everyone up part, I think majority part of the people can say he did it well. I say you better start lining up money, you better go try and pull it together. Let's see how we can do our class party. You know, so
our time we used to call it boron, the element boron. Yeah, element. This day they call it light, right? Before it come in. So for us, we used to call it boron, the element boron.
So that's the.
So it has come a long way, and there's no sign of it being resolved. One generation to the other, after one generation to the other, and then we say we still want to compete with the outside world.
Look, let me say this to you, and we even doing it in
the last time I was looking at the best high schools. The high schools in West Africa, but they got two schools there from Sierra Leone.
Yeah, but let me like we far from that in the first place. So we're doing things in a mediocre way. Even we are cheating in a mediocre way. Right now, the highest form of examination malpractice when it comes to electronic malpractice is Ghana and Nigeria. So it's not that they are not cheating too, but yeah, we're cheating in the form of spying. In this day, we still spying. You know, look. There are ways I'm not encouraging any form of examination malpractice, but papers going in hall and passing from one student to the student, and then proctors are standing to the door. You'll be careful, the people coming. You kidding me? You are sent to man an exam.
with a group of students who are future leaders who will even see you tomorrow, and you are there encouraging them to collect money. How in this world you expect those students, even if they pass tomorrow, to take you crazy? That's the point I see about a lot of educators in this country. Stay to a group of place that got 400 students, collect money for them to pass the exam. Those 400 students, assume one of them become anything someday, somehow, and hear your name. How would they take you? You
So
think I help?
say you are a cheat.
You are a cheat. You're not helping them, and they will come after you tomorrow. So this is
Well, what's about the WIAC? What the WIAC office itself deploys supervisors, right?
of course there are
So
supervisors, there are monitors.
why are they sitting and these plotters are engineering cheat
Let me say this to you.
or
There's
cheating? $48 per day? You kidding me? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. So before we open the lines, let's have a one start. You are the president of the Lacoste Teacher Training I see announcement, public service announcement being circulated on social media that the United States agency, USAID, has given you additional 100 slot for this scholarship program, full degree granting. Am I correct? Who qualifies for that? Hello? Hello? Mhm. Okay, so 077785961 077785961. If you want to participate on this segment, Benjamin Wai, President Lakuse Teacher Training College. I saw a billboard across the Bourgeois Island. You extended that side at around point four. Where I try to locate where I saw it. Yeah, yeah, somewhere on the route. Okay, I see. All right, so let me take this call. Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Let's hear you. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take the next one. Hello. Hello? 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 Yes? Yes, let's hear you. Let's hear you, Chief. All right. Thank you. Thank you. He's taking note. The next caller is on. Hello? Yes, let's hear you, Chief. What's your name?
So let me say first and foremost that you put my record. I've been a silent listener for a while now, following the state of the nation. But then I know that the wave and on the radio, so I thought to call.
Okay. What's your name?
This is Edwin McGill,
Okay, Mr. McGill, let's hear you.
and I call from Kingsville. So you see that the way I am low at the fact that what is exactly happening in the education system, that is what you are stating on air. And as an educator, to hear this coming from you, I think this is the way forward. He's not hiding anything. When we were in high school back in 2005, 2006, we were compelled to pay flexibility fee. In fact, to a certain extent, I, as a student, refused to go on camp based on the fact that those things were not the right thing to do. And like he said, we're taking somehow, but today we are out. And if we want to fix this very system, we must admit, we must be bold, we must admit what is happening in the system. That is the way to fix our education system. We cannot pretend what is happening. And the way he put it, he is an educator. And one thing I want to say is that the flexibility fee being paid by students, sometimes it is not at the will of the parent. Sometimes the parents are themselves are compelled to pay the fee because the school will tell you if you don't pay the fee, your student will not do X, Y, and Z. And so they are compelled to pay. So it is not the parent paying at the will. Sometimes it is school compelling the parent to pay. But again, that is the way to fix our educational system. Thank you so much that the way you book my record. I have been listening for some while and chose not to call, but then because of the spending and clear to the point explanation that you provided and information you provided, so that I thought to call for the very first time I have been listening to the great state of the nation in I think 2-3 years now.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's you the last caller. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you very much, please. Very people I'm calling you from Town.
Yes, Ibi, let's hear you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Wade. You are one of those that I admire so much. Thank you for your presentation. The problem in the education system of Liberia cannot end. The desire prayer will never end. Let's go to the solution. One of the main ways to end the whole thing in WIFE is to hold WIFE accountable. If the fees paid or if the whole result for a particular school, it should be compared to come out with the result of that investigation, which will include some of you on the goal of investigation to know what went wrong and how we can punish those involved. So that whole way accountable. Sometimes those people are only implementing what WIFE is planning. Because if you give the people a chance to open up to collect money from Swift, of course they will collect money from Swift. Like God was a victim of that movie of grace. They held the gas mathematical result in the school, they had a school result. At the end of the day, she was being article study in a full buying technical goal. And she was being dragged down because of what my hand. Let me tell you, if you know what
All right. Thank you very much. So, Doc,
Yeah,
got like
4 minutes.
oh, we got 5 minutes to go.
Yes.
You can take the rest of the 5 minutes to respond to those calls.
So I think most of the callers alluded to the solutions, and I think this is concerning the issue of examination malpractice is not that is not something that is just limited to Liberia. Like I said, it's at different level. Ghana and Nigeria are grappling with it in technology, and we are here are still at the mediocre level. And for us, I think because we are still behind, we can solve our own. It has to do with the mindset, and like the caller said, accountability matters. The issue of withholding school result and not prosecuting people who get involved. There will be no examination malpractice if a proctor did not give an allowance, if a supervisor did not close his eye, if someone at a particular center did not do so. If you are tasked with a particular responsibility to man an exam, you are giving a term of reference which is in your letter. Do it to the fullest, at least for God's sake, for once. Once you do that, it sets a precedent. Look, Chris, a lot of the students go to the hall, not that they don't know what they want to do or something, but because there is this reliance that something will come. And the students will always think that the answer that coming from out is better than what they've already put on paper. That's the irony. And even if it was me, it will happen. We all been students. Once we have this notion that something is coming from outside, we think it's correct. So there is this the lack of independence. Nobody want to put their mind to work. So then our children go to school for 16 years. They go into that place and they cannot. And why will always give options in questions? There will be option one in the essay. You can either answer this, or you answer this, or you answer this. And it will amaze you to know that those options come almost every year similarly. Say, for example, English, my brother. Why will people continue to fail this English? You either write a letter of application or something, or write a story that end in this kind of sentence, or do this. Every year, you'll never see those structure change. Are you telling me that we cannot prepare our students during the year they go to school, 10, 11, 12 grade, to start writing prologues that end in a particular sentence, to connect that, to write applications, to answer questions from paragraphs? But we do all of that. At the end of the day, we make the students to feel that they will get certain help at the end of the day. So the students go to the exam and they say that we must stop all of that. And of course, I'm not accusing WAEC as a body. I know WAEC has come up with lists of schools that are involved in these things, but I want WAEC to take this further. Prosecution, of these people. I don't know whether there are laws on the book for this kind of examination malpractice. If they are not, then let the legislature be able to pass those laws. And lastly, Chris, let us remove this entire, I don't know how we'll call that kind of phobia or so on WAEC, that ties the entire fate of a child's future to WAEC. You see the color that call about the child who going to Africa, who's supposed to go to Africa, they didn't pass WAEC. That child, parents wanted them to go and do a particular subject, and in those countries, those things are tied to WAEC. In other countries, not everything is tied to WAEC. People graduate from high school in Ghana and Nigeria with even your result, whether it come or not, you out of your high school, you go by your business. When you go into the university that you want to go to, the university asks you, you have to get this level, you got to get O level, you got to get this level, you got to get this point. It's your university determination. But yeah, because we tie the entire thing to leaving high school, so a child is already frightened that his parents will feel bad about him. The parent think that the child will not graduate because it's something, and then the school think that the school will not be a good school if majority fail. So everybody finding a way to make sure that the students who bring capacities have been built for something different than what we are forcing them on. Well, there's no even options for them. You're doing 9 subjects. All of those 9 subjects are content related. No subjects that are related to technical and vocational education to test the various learning capacity of students. And we think that our educational system is bad because students keep failing in 9 subjects. We must reduce the tension on our schools, our parents, and our students on how we take WIAC. That's number one. Number two, people must be accountable and they exemplify for what they do. And I want to believe that this year, Chris, I expect to see a huge improvement in the results, unlike what we saw last year.
Okay, Dr. Benjamin White of the Lacoste Teacher Training College. We've been touching several areas. WIAC, his trip to Nigeria, and then we came to the Lacoste school itself. He has been giving some of the um, reasons for exams mass failure. He's pointed at those recruited to serve as a proctor or to man. Imagine when the person who is to man the post is collecting the ball and hitting it at the back of the net. Imagine what's going to happen to that team. So that's how we go home on this edition of State of the Nation. See you tomorrow. Tuesday is on the 21st of May. That is on tomorrow. Agriculture and others will come out tomorrow. Good night.
Freedom ring, and when that happens, when we allow freedom ring,